Okay, so what's in the screen right now is actually 4 sunflowers, but the ladder is an 8-foot aluminum ladder, and you can see how high that they both actually are, but the one with the head on it right now is, if I had to say, I'd say 2.5 foot taller than the 8-foot ladder, so that's probably the biggest one I've ever had. But I want to show you something about the sunflowers. This year, oops, stepped in a hole. This year, we had what they call around here a hard freeze, and that's where it got cold below freezing, and it stayed below freezing for 2 days. So that's a close-up of the head itself. Let's see if I can get my hand in it so you can see how actually big it is. So that's my hand in there. Hope you can see that. So anyway, we had that hard freeze, and I come out here and I put buckets, 5-gallon buckets over the tallest plant and the one next to it here. And the one next to it here was actually, the top of it was touching the bucket, and I didn't realize it, and when I pulled the buckets off, the top had frozen. So I thought, well, this thing's gonna die. But everything wants to live. So there's one sunflower head. There's a second one. There's a third one. And here's a fourth one. So it not only said I'm gonna live, but I'm gonna produce 4 heads. All right, so the third one here, a little shorty guy, that you can see the fence right there. That's a 6-foot fence. This is the smallest one here is at least a foot shorter than the fence. What happened was, originally when I planted these two, the big ones, 2 of the seeds came up. So I took one of them and put it right here. And the next day I cut the grass and forgot about it and run right over the top of it. But everything wants to live. It's got its own little flower developing there. Okay, so that's my sunflowers this year. They're doing really well. Let me show you this here too. There's a story behind this. This is a pear tree, a Bartlett pear tree. And what I did, toward the end of last summer, probably, I don't know, October or so, I went to the store and I got a bag of Bartlett pears. And before we could eat them all, they had started getting soft. So I took the most rottenest one and I put it in a 1-gallon starter cup and put it halfway down into that starter cup, and then covered it over with topsoil, or potting soil. Put it out there in a saucer and kept it wet, and it was wet. We had those 2 days of solid freeze, and it was a block of ice. So I didn't think anything would survive that. So about a week later, just out of curiosity, I scraped back some of the soil, topsoil, didn't see anything. So I said, well, they're just dead. So the next day I was going to take the soil out of it and do something else with it, and I looked and there was 5 pear trees growing. And this is one of them. This is the first one. I can see where bugs have been eating on him. Maybe you can catch that. So out of the pear tree though, I ended up planting 2 in the front yard, this one here, and then I've got 2 more in pots, starter cups that I need to get in the ground soon. All right, I'm gonna go over here. And this was the blueberry patch. And we finally got it netted in, framed in and netted in, and somewhat protected from birds and such. So that's what we've been doing over here. Now, these right here are pineapples. Pineapples bought straight from the store. This is a pineapple. There's the 2 pear trees. And there's another pineapple tree. So these were planted with using 2 different methods. With this one, I took it and topped it and then peeled the bottom leaves off of it and let it dry for about a week, 5 days to be exact. Then I stuck it in the potting soil here, kept it wet, and it's growing like crazy. And you can see there's new leaves even way down in the bottom of it there. Those spots are probably from sunspots. This one here now, I took it, cut it, topped the pineapple and stuck it right straight in the potting soil and just kept it wet. And you can see it's practically, if you just looked at the leaves on the outside, you'd say that thing was dead. But within the last week here, new growth. New growth. Nice. So these are getting ready. I'm going to put these in the actual ground, I believe. And I'm going to pause the video and show you my little garden, or my dad's garden. My pops has had a garden just about every year of his life, I believe. And this year he wasn't going to have one. So I asked him if I'd prepared the ground, would he plant some? He said, yeah. So this is my pop's garden. I'm proud of it. We got, those are what they call pole beans, string beans. They're running out runners, and they'll have beans all the way up and down the runners. Then we got a row of squash here. Looks like 3. Get where we can see the okra. And here we got, looks like 5 healthy okra plants. So went from a no garden to having a small garden, which is awesome. Alright, so one more thing I want to show you before I finish this. This is what the pineapple top looks like when you first, this is what the pineapple top looks like when you first pull it off of the pineapple itself. And then you can see I peeled the leaves back and left about 3/4 of an inch of that stalk. And that is either going to go straight in the ground. It's got 3 more days of drying, but it'll go straight in the ground. Or I may put it in water like this one, and you can see the roots. This one is ready to go in the ground. I may put it in the ground today. Depends on the time and the weather. It's supposed to storm this morning, so that's why I'm getting this video over with. So that's what we're having for a garden this year. And it wouldn't be complete unless I tried to get a few chickens in there. Oop, they don't like the camera. They don't like anything new. That's 2. See if I can get one of them to come to me. Come here, old girl. Here, old girl. Here, old girl. Come on, old girl. Here she comes. Come on, old girl. She's leery because she got all these other chickens around me. Come on, old girl. Here, old girl. Come on. Well, I guess you're being camera shy. I gave them all names. Anyway, that's going to complete this video. We'll finish up with some chickens here.